Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Taylor Gorman Show. We have a very special guest today, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. You know him from the Dab Meat podcast, Getting Some Head, all the fun stuff he does on his website, onperks.com. Give it up for Mike Rainey, everybody.
Thank you for having me, Taylor.
Dude, it's so
nice
cool
to be here, dude. I know everybody else watching and listening at home can't see this, but there's a titty picture up in this room, and
Yes.
like my neck wants to turn toward it. So Taylor, if it's not rude for you, like I would like
cool.
to.
Yeah, no, I'll just be talking to the side of your face while you're licking your chops with those hangers up there. It's nice.
So nice, man. Because I remember, when I was a teenager, it wasn't full on tits, but it was a poster of a lady with jugs hanging out of a bikini top. And I could not take my eyes off of it. It was in my room for probably 3 years. And I don't know that there was a day that went by where I wasn't just mindlessly staring at this thing.
I never had tit pictures in the house. I don't know. It was I had like, Space Jam stuff on the wall, and that was about in like, a Halo poster or something. But I don't know. Maybe I guess I just wasn't as horned up. I didn't have tits all over the wall. My mom wouldn't allow it. You know what I mean? And I didn't have one of those rooms. It seems like in the movies or something. There's like it's like the moms never go in their son's room, and they can just have this deviant shit on the wall. I couldn't have that. I had an open door policy at my house.
Yeah, that's very healthy. Like I was the opposite. I had a very horny household, which was unfortunate for a lot of reasons.
Horny
man.
household.
Dude, it was nuts because you know how sometimes you feel compelled to just go looking through your parents' shit, like if they're not home. I don't know if everybody else does, but there was a day where I was homesick, and I remember thinking, all right, I'm pretty sure my dad's got porn, so I'm going to go look through his nightstand. I went through his nightstand, pretty disgusting stuff. But
what'd you find in there?
Dude, he was big on coming on his pornography, so he had like Playboys, which was like more mundane shit. But
he had crispy pages?
Dude, it was, I'll never understand because it's like, yeah, I get that you want to get it out, but just pull it aside, nut on yourself or nut into a rag and clean it up. But he was nutting all over his magazines, and he had like run-of-the-mill shit like Playboy, but he also had like Swank, Wee, like really fucked up.
What is that?
Wee is like I guess French porn.
Oh.
OUI. No, it's like,
Wee.
Yeah, it's like Mario fucking.
That's crazy.
But that was like the nastier shit in his nightstand. But I was like, all right, let me see if my mom's got any nasty shit. I was being a nasty boy because I think it's pretty normal to go look through your dad's stuff, but you got to be a real degenerate to look through your mom's stuff. And dude, I'll never forget, like, I'm getting chills right now even thinking about it, but the memory of pulling my mom's fucking drawer out, which I didn't know what to expect coming out of there, but it was like she was doomsday prepping dildos.
Oh no.
And it was like mostly normal sized ones, but there was one thing that was just like, dude, what are you doing in here?
It was an
man?
Arsenal. It was like,
bro, it was like
a video game where the guns are all on the wall. It's
it was like a movie where it's like they find like this cave in the middle of nowhere, and it turns out like some dude that used to be fucking Black Ops. It's his place, and you're just like, whoa, look at this fucking shit. But yeah, never would have taken her for a heavy artillery lady until I pulled that fucking drawer open, man. And it's honestly a big reason why I don't miss my dead mother now, because I know that's what she was into when she was living.
She was just doing the Great American Challenge,
just slamming on that thing, man. And I don't know.
The dildos that are like at the adult store in the just for prop. They're like, you're like, nobody buys those. Your mom was holding.
Oh my god, dude! It's like holding it like a fucking javelin, just bouncing as she walks, man. It was truly nuts. In part because of how big it was, but also in part because the lady had a very sweet disposition. You just assume sweet disposition equals little dick shit,
right?
Like you never take her for a size queen.
She was putting them down.
She was, man. And it's, I don't know what my dad was working with, so I never got a full-on glimpse at his wiener, but, I mean, in her spare time. Yeah, he tried to get a look at mine.
Did he have an open casket? He didn't even peek underneath it, see what he was working with?
Bro, it's funny you bring this up because, like, I didn't find him dead, but my niece, like, found him dead in his apartment, so we all went in before the medical examiner went to go take his body out.
God.
And we all had, like, a minute with him, and, I could have. That was the time, and now that you bring it up, I really regret it.
Damn, if you could just go, but if I could turn back time.
Yeah. Oh my god, but that would have been the moment that the medical examiner walks in to take the fucking body.
You're
and
like,
just
you're holding up your dad's hog. Like I didn't know you were working with all this, dude. That's crazy.
But I never got a full on. I did see. All right, so I take that back. I did see. Wait, no. So I did see. All right, when I was helping him get cleaned up, I didn't get a direct line of sight on it, but like when he was on the toilet and going to the bathroom at his rehab, I did have to help him get cleaned up. So even though I did wipe his butt, like Yeah, I guess I did see his dick then. Never mind. All right, but all right, take back everything I just said. Yeah, I did see his dick. Yeah,
You had it blocked out.
yeah.
What was he working with? You have a piece on him, or were you unimpressed?
All right, so truth be told, this wasn't a full-on staring at his fucking wiener, but trying to get him resettled in his bed and trying to get him, squared away when he's taking a dump. It was enough to catch your eye.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't enough as to where it's like, whoa, that's a hammer. It wasn't like the guy sitting on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enough to be eye-catching. So,
and you can't even really judge a guy at that point in his life. It's like judging a UFC fighter at the end of their career. You know what I mean? Like your flaccid retirement hog is.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chuck Liddell's penis right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you been, dude? Are you good? I haven't seen you in so long. We used to have a time to hang every week. It was so much fun. I miss it. I'm glad you guys are doing your own thing. But I fucking love you, buddy.
I love you too.
Some of the best. That was like the best time of my week was coming in here and hanging out with you guys. You guys changed. You guys changed my energy, man. I don't know. You guys have a power about you, a good aura around you. That when you're around people, you make them better people. They go, I need to just, chill out and be silly and goofy and have a fun time. And you guys just bring that out in people, man.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Just know, you brought that for us because I had so much anxiety coming down here to Austin from Philly for a lot of different reasons. But part of it was you alleviated so much of it just by being so welcoming and also being just so good at your job. And there was nothing that we had to think about when we were here. Cool. We just came in, we sat down, we fucked around, and then a couple hours later, we went home, and that was it for the week.
We made some great we had some great funny laughs in here, dude.
It was so much fun. Even just walking in here, it's like, yeah, you've definitely improved the place with the tits on the wall. But aside from that, it's like it feels good to be back here. I was really looking forward to coming in today.
Sweet. Yeah, I was looking forward to talking with you too, man.
And dude, it's on my mind right now. I cannot believe I forgot that I saw my father's penis, man.
I can't tell if I'm sorry that I brought that back for you. You're tearing up. I can see.
It was like I don't know how I would have not remembered that instantaneously. But as I was speaking about it, it's like, oh no, when he was in rehab, I did kind of see his dick, and it was like, oh no, man,
it caught your periph. Oh man.
All right, well, what a guy. Gonna ruin my day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good guy though. Yeah, good guy. Yeah, that brings it back. Yeah, good guy. Pretty big hog,
dude. I was at my mom is in town right now, so I was going around there, wanted to go to a museum.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of coming off of a violent hangover from last night.
Yeah,
and have you ever been hungover in a museum? That was the first for me because I was like, I got an hour to kill until we have this podcast, and it's right down the road. It's the LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. I almost shit my pants in the LBJ museum, dude. I almost trusted a fart and I pulled back at the last minute and I had to kind of waddle to the room to make sure I was dry. I had to waddle to the restroom, but I was dry. We're good. I didn't shit my pants today.
I wouldn't hold it against you. I would not have held it against you, Taylor, but I don't know that I ever have shit my pants during a hangover.
Or been hungover in a museum. It was kind of the worst, man.
Dude, one that comes to mind is I was hungover in church one time. I had been out all night doing blow with my buddies, and I worked at a facility for mentally ill elderly people, and I had to be at work at 7 a.m. on this Sunday, dude. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna gun it Saturday night. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna deal with it." And as soon as I get into work, they're like, "Yo, you got to take so and so to church." I was like, "Oh man." And which is the worst place because I'm coming down off of coke. It's like I feel terrible about myself already.
You feel like a sinner.
Yeah, and I have to. I mean, I just desperately need sleep, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just listening to this fucking priest talk about you dwelling upon the error of your ways, and I'm just like, dude, I truly need to change my life, man. But it wasn't enough to get me to change right there.
Yeah, there was a couple years after that until you really
I had to be bad.
Until you really tapered it back a little bit.
Yeah.
When was dude, being hungover in the museum today was I was like, everything smells old, right? And then they were talking about, you know what? And I realized how fucking stupid I am and how little I know about history. And I paid zero attention during school because I'm walking in there and I was like, who is this Lyndon B. Johnson guy? These people really seem, because he's not in my Rolodex of the 10 presidents that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's I'm like, who is this Lyndon LBJ?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He must have been pretty cool. And then he did all this civil rights shit. And I'm kind of like I'm in 1 foot in, 1 foot out conspiracy theory guy. So I'm walking around. They're like, this is the deed to the Statue of Liberty we have, the real thing. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm just looking at everything in there going, no, they have a moon rock in there. I'm like, yeah, right.
Dude, the one thing I do know about him is that he had a huge hog. I don't think we're getting away from huge hogs. Kyle,
No.
do you remember hearing this?
No, I've never heard that
No?
before.
Yeah, it's documented. Now, one thing that is rumor is that he once split a pair of pants while speaking to other dignitaries because his dick was so big. I can't confirm it, but
He was hogging?
notoriously
That is a
huge hog.
Yeah, look it up. Look up if, ask ChatGPT if Lyndon B. Johnson had a huge hog. But yeah, it was just, I think I found one of the worst places to be hungover. It's a museum. And just because I don't know what it is, I have like, if it's like some kind of anxiety or something, but like when you're hungover, but I am so impatient when I'm hungover. I'm like, I just want to get to the restaurant to get the greasy breakfast, or I want to get going. And the museum is like the slowest fucking moving place. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's
you're
the
sneaking a
smells.
peek. Yeah.
There's like the airiness of it,
The reading.
acoustics. Yeah, it's everything is totally not conducive towards supporting a hangover. All right, what do we got here? Nicknamed his penis Jumbo.
No way.
Yeah.
Was well known for being extremely uninhibited about nudity around aides and staff. So he's just walking around, dick swinging in the Oval Office.
I can't say I blame him. Now, this does not bode well. Like, it makes you really wonder why Kennedy picked him as his vice president, because Kennedy was notoriously not well endowed.
Really?
Small penis.
Okay.
And you can't have a big dick guy right behind you.
I have a small penis.
That was pretty good Kennedy, man.
Thank you. I have a small penis. Anyone who's going to be my vice president has to have an absolute hog.
And he found them, man.
Yeah.
He found the big hog
did.
vice president.
He did. And then I guess, did he feel bad after Kennedy got shot and put his brother in the VP? Was that there was a bunch of pictures of Bobby Kennedy. Again, I was hungover. I wasn't paying as much attention as I paid in high school to what was going on in that museum. It just was hard to lock in. But I'm like, who's Bobby? Was Bobby Kennedy in? Did he become the vice president with Lyndon B. Johnson?
No, I don't know who Johnson's vice president was.
How that works.
Yeah, he got sworn in on Air Force One almost immediately after, and there's that iconic picture of Jackie Kennedy being there for the swearing in, which is let the lady breathe a little bit, man. Hubert H. Humphrey.
Hubert H. Humphrey.
Minnesota guy, I think.
Hubert H. Humphrey. Okay.
Yeah, Triple H.
But yeah, I was dangerously close to shitting myself in this museum, and there was a bathroom in the basement, so below the entry, and then on the 10th floor. So if you're in the middle floors, dude, you can't chance a fart.
You're kind of fucked, man.
And it's a maze. It's like a maze. It's like a corn maze of history.
But bro, that's one of the I would say better attributes of a place like that is knowing that you truly can't shit yourself. However, the acoustics there encourage farting.
Oh, absolutely. Have you been to that one? That museum?
No, is that inside the Capitol?
No, it's like near it though. It's down by the stadium. No, it's pretty cool. There is there was a big moment or a big like walkway where it goes all the way up to the ceiling, and there's a huge echo. Would have been great for a cheek clapper, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't chance it, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's
I was not about to shit my pants in the whatever the LGBTQ whatever it is museum.
That's the museum you want to shit yourself.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to say that I did learn one thing today that I retained about LBJ.
What was it?
Was that he liked to basically put his face right in your face and breathe into your mouth. That's what he used to do.
I'm good.
And he was like 7 feet tall, so he'd just hunch over you and breathe into your mouth. And he smoked cigarettes and drank whiskey all day. So he had these.
Good, man.
He did, yeah, dude. And so I'm thinking about his hot breath. I'm trying not to throw up and shit my pants, and I'm thinking about his hot cigar breath just going down your throat.
It's got to be nuts too, knowing like if all right, I don't know if I'm making this up or if I truly remember hearing that like he would walk around the Oval Office with his pants off but have boxers on.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was saying.
All right,
yeah.
if he's doing that kind of shit while also like you see like a little inkling of hog like waiting to peek out, like that's big dog behavior.
Yeah, he was seriously big dogging everybody, dude.
He was just wearing boxers and it's just poking out the bottom of the boxers while he's walking around.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the flap. It's like you're worried about what's coming out the bottom.
That's crazy. Yeah, he has to get an extra size just for the length, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So you kind of jumped right into it, but we've been talking. I've been thinking about doing the show in seasons since I brought my podcast back a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
And I was like, what am I going to talk about? You know what I mean? And I think it's fun to do like one kind of subject that we touch on each season. I don't know how long it's going to go for, but We've been talking about childhood mischief recently with everybody that comes on, and I felt like you would have some good stories. So before we get into it, you were you were raised on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
So we had extremely different upbringings. I'm from Portland, Oregon. So and I always felt like seeing pictures of like New Jersey or Philly, like back in the day, it almost didn't even seem real to me. Like just because it was so different, like the thought of somebody being or, you know, growing up in those areas was so cool and like foreign to me. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like we didn't have a lot of money because any extra money my parents had, they put my sister and I through Catholic school. So that was kind of the concession, and we were just all right, fine. Any like. I grew up, my area was called Upper Darby, which is like right on the other side of Philly. Like there was like a park separating Philly from Upper Darby. So you could just walk to the city if you wanted to. Like there was like a big transportation hub near me. There was a big shopping hub. So this was 80s and early 90s. And at the time, like you're not aware of all the fucking child predators that are out there now. So it's like, you're just going, you're having fun. And it's, you know, we really like, I don't know how like all of us, or at least I made it through unscathed. Yeah. And we just roamed around our fucking neighborhood all day. And going back there.
Maybe you just weren't hot enough, dude.
I hope that's not the case, man. Maybe I'm blocking it out like seeing my dad's hog, but. But dude, it was really just the nicest place to fucking grow up. In part because there was nonstop excitement. It's like there were people coming and going because there was the train station there, the fucking bus station, being so close to the city, and then also our big thing, my friend group and I, our big thing was like we were just big like video store people. So
like
there was
Blockbuster kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there were so many like smaller mom and pop ones around us too. And that was like when we had like a little bit of extra money, my mom would just give me like $5 or $10 to go to the video store and just get whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
And that shit was heaven, man. Because
the beads in the back and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, yeah, there was one. That one wasn't close to my neighborhood. When I would go stay with my aunt, that was called Primetime Video, and that had like they had like saloon doors.
Oh, okay.
And if you walk through the saloon door, you had an inkling. It was a lot like those kind of posters on the other side of the saloon doors, and you knew. And it was like you would try not to let the guy catch you like looking. Not that he would break balls, but you just assume every adult's going to yell at you for looking at tits. And you know, we just had carte blanche, whether I was at my aunt's place or you know, my mom was like, "Let me have the run of the neighborhood," and it really was a nice place to grow up.
Yeah, the video store. Like the video store employee archetype is kind of it's the biggest bummer to me of all the things about the video store that aren't around anymore. Like I miss going to the video store, but I miss the fat, like almost Simpsons character, like kind of guy that worked at the movie store, you know, and he knew all the movies and what was good and what wasn't. And he would be a stickler about your late fees and give you side eye, you know, when you're returning videos late and didn't rewind them. It's like, dude, I kind of miss that guy.
Do you think that guy morphed into anything or he just fell off the face of the
Hentai Gooner.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I think once video stores went out of business, they got a job at Amazon and became a hentai gooner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Man. Yeah, that was such a fun era, man. I wouldn't have traded it for to grow up in any other era, just because it was. We were right before the cutoff. I think I was a senior when I finally used the internet, and it was that new. I was a senior in high school. And then
dial up shit.
Yeah, I went on my buddy Danny's like home computer, and he had AOL. He's like, dude, you could like go in a chat room and talk about anything.
Dude, you can beat off on this thing. It's crazy.
And it's like little did we know we're talking to grown men. But at the time, it was just like, whoa, like this is going to change things. But I was 17 when I experienced that, so it's like up until that point, like I had an analog childhood, which was the nicest ever.
Could probably get away with a lot of childhood mischief then. Lots of you could get. I mean, not having the internet is like you could have gotten away with so much shit, vandalism and fucking running amok on the town.
I wasn't too bad. I didn't get bad until like my 30s.
Oh, really? You did your childhood mischief in your adult years?
I'm trying to think of what. I had a couple incidents in grade school. I had one. There was a Sears, like that shopping center, that shopping area near my house. There was a Sears there, and there was like a 4-story garage. And my buddies and I went up there one day, and there was a bunch of rocks all over the place. So we're just like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to throw one down? One of us threw one, then we all started throwing them. And it got to a point, like after a few rocks, we're actually aiming for cars. And security came out, and they rounded us up, and they brought us into like the loss prevention office. And I'll never forget, the guy said, where do you go to school? I said, St. Alice. And he's like, "Who's your teacher?" I said, "Mrs. Pauly." He's like, "Yeah, I know her." And I just remember thinking like, "Oh my God, I am so fucked right now if he tells Mrs. Pauly that I was throwing rocks at cars, man." And I didn't know that it's just like a fucking dickhead who works there who's just trying to make me feel bad about throwing rocks. Yeah. And then I had another incident where we were threatened with not having a field trip because kids were doing some kind of dumb shit. And our teacher, right before we left for the weekend, told us that she was canceling the field trip. So kids protested by going to the corner store across the street, buying eggs. And they were like, "Dude, I'm going to throw one. I swear to God, I'm going to throw one." And this was like one of the few times where I was actually bad as a kid. Like I grabbed one and I I might have thrown a couple, but I threw them at the school. They hit the school. And everybody's like, "Whoa!" And then everybody's like, "All right, we're just gonna go home.
You were cool. You were cool as fuck for a second, right?
I felt cool, dude. But it turns out, like, you know how like kids clap the erasers, or like when teachers used to use erasers on the chalkboard, they would task like a kid or two to clap them outside to clean them off. Well, when I threw the eggs, there were a couple of first graders clapping erasers. So like whatever dropped down fell on top of these poor kids. So it became a bigger deal because like these little first graders came back into school with fucking egg on them. But aside from that, I'm trying to think of any other time, like in grade school, where I was bad,
or even just getting into shit and getting away with it, or you know what I mean. I don't know.
I had I drank a beer. I think I was like 12. I had an uncle who gave me a beer in his bedroom, and
that doesn't sound good.
Taylor, I know it sounds like a prelude to get molested, but it was pretty innocent. It was the holidays. He was throwing a Christmas party, and he called me up to his bedroom.
It's just getting worse.
I promise you it's not getting that bad. I know it sounds bad, but he called me up to his bedroom and he's like, "Yeah, I set that beer over there for you." And on his nightstand, he had a single Budweiser. And I just sat on the edge of his bed and just drank a Budweiser by myself at 12. And I don't remember if I liked the taste of it, but I liked the feeling of doing something I wasn't supposed to. And my mom never found out. I don't think she would have gave a fuck anyway, but that was one of the earlier times where I remember feeling bad.
So you were a good kid, and then you turned kind of to the dark side for a little while.
It was always there. Like I was very anxious, and it wasn't until like I really started boozing regularly where like I was able to overcome that. So once I started boozing regularly, which was around like 16, that's when like I started like, you know, being like a normal like teenager, like being social, like getting out, just being a dickhead, and just trying to make my friends laugh. And as my teenage years progressed, like, you know, I would do dumb shit like fucking, I think it was probably like 18 or 19 when I started doing this, but we would get like fucking quarter sticks of dynamite.
What?
Yeah, and like my buddy...
Where would you find dynamite?
My buddy Brian would get quarter sticks of dynamite.
From a fucking Acme box?
Like, I don't know where he got them.
Yeah. Getting these?
We would get, most of the time it was just like fucking M80s, but like every now and again he would get something really good.
Damn.
And he would just set them off like in a park down the street from where we used to party.
How old were you for this?
I think I was like 18 or 19.
Oh, okay.
And it was just like this massive fucking explosion, and like the neighbors would freak out because they knew it was us because we were just hanging out in the yard getting drunk. And yeah, that was a phase that really like stood out as like, all right, this is like a clear demarcation point. This is like something different. And then I got heavy into throwing eggs
again.
Yeah.
And it all came back to you?
Yeah, it came back. I
that one time you started drinking and you're like, that one time I threw eggs at the school was fucking sick. Dude. Yeah. I'm going to start hucking eggs again.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
you're just rolling around with like the car's ammoed up. You just have like cartons under. You have the big square racks of eggs under the front seat.
Yeah, that shit was fun. And then as I got older, like I really didn't really break bad until like I started doing coke. Which was, dude, I was older. I was like 27 when I first did it. Which you would think that like if you were going to do it, you would do it before then. But I was just, I never wanted to do it, and then it was just around one night, so I did it, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, when you wait that long to do it, you either do it and you go, oh, this isn't that great, which is kind of what happened to me. I was like, it's fun if it's around, but I'm not. I did it, and I was like, I don't see how people ruin their lives with this.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's not that fun. It's expensive, but then the other side of that is waiting a long time, and then you do it, and you go, "Oh my God, this is the best thing ever."
And that's what it was for me because I had no fucking money. I think at the time when I first started doing it, I was working full time, but even at my full time job, I think I made like $350 a week, and I already had a kid at this point. I had a wife and a kid.
You waited until you had kids to
Bro,
start
yeah,
giving blow.
And it was like, again, it wasn't like when I was younger that I was good. I think I was just afraid to be bad. So that dark side was always lurking in me.
Afraid to be bad.
Yeah.
Man, and then you got the gumption after you started boozing and
I
partying.
I just stopped like 2 years ago. No, I think
You've been off for a while, right?
I got good. I think I was 38. Yeah,
38.
When I left that.
So I still got time to fuck around, is what you're saying.
Fuck around, do what you want, man. Actually, I would get married, have some kids first, and do what you want even more.
Ruin your fucking shit.
Ruin your kids.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. We've both been with our girls for a long time. I've been with my fiance for 13 years.
Yeah, man.
And you've been with your girl for 10, 25? Wow.
Yeah, man. We've been together 25. Never got married, actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I would like to now. Like, I feel, I don't know. Before we both said, like, yeah, it's not a big deal. But now
that's
it's
kind of
like,
where we were at. But then
now it just changed where I guess it's just getting older and it's like, all right, it would be nice.
Like, you know what? I love you more than I thought I did. I want to make something about it. I want to make a fuss about it. Yeah. You really realize how much you love your girl when she leaves for a little bit. Because my girl just went on a trip back to Portland to see some family. She's like getting back like right now. But and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna have the house to myself. And I'll go home and relax. Nightmare. I'm just like looking at the bed from the other room. I'm like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there.
Yeah, what am I gonna?
But if I sleep on the couch, my back, my body's just fucking falling apart right now. Like it's just I'm at 35, and I think that's the age where you start whatever thing is gonna fail on your body first starts whispering at you. For me, it's my back. I was wondering what was that for. Did you have a moment where like your knee went out and you were like, what the fuck?
It was my back.
It was your back.
Yeah, I was 32 and like I had to have 2 back surgeries one summer. And it was like I had no other issues before that.
Yeah.
And by and large, like since then, like I've been pretty good. I can still kind of do what I want. It's just like stiff and, it aches a little bit. But aside from that, no.
God, you feel like such a pussy when your back doesn't work.
Bro,
I'm like, God, I'm such a weak man.
And you don't want to say it to people. Like I remember like I went back into work after like my second back surgery and like I was still like kind of fucked up. I was still like, just getting back to just walking around all day. And my boss asked me to carry a mini fridge and I was like, I can't. She's like, what do you mean you can't? I was like, I just had back surgery. And like, just a look in her face is like when a lady looks at you, like you can't do this simple thing. You just want to be like, all right, dude, I want to bludgeon you with this fucking mini fridge.
She's like, I could move the fucking mini fridge if I wanted to. But,
and it's like, but I truly
couldn't.
I'm
a woman. I want you to do it.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And dude, going back to like when your wife leaves the house, that's why I got this tattoo of my wife's name. Like I was horny and homesick in Chicago last year.
Horny and homesick? It sounds like a fucking movie.
Buddy, I went to Chicago and like I had a show the next night, so I had a day to kill. And I found a horror movie convention close to my hotel. So I was like, oh, great. And I went there and like I was thinking about my wife the whole time. And there just happened to be a tattoo guy there. And I just asked him if he could give me my wife's name. And he's like, yeah, man, no problem. And yeah, this is a direct result of just being horny and homesick.
Horny and homesick, dude. There's so many titles here for the episode. Horny and homesick, afraid to be bad. I love it.
I'm trying to be good though now. It's like, I really don't do anything. I don't know about anything bad. Like I kind of instigated a road rage thing a couple weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
I was just, trying to support my wife because like she was trying to pull into our driveway and a lady like cut in front of her. And I didn't know it was a lady. My wife's like, did you see what that guy just did? I was like, yeah, because I was like, I just looked out my window from my office and my wife was turning left into our driveway and this person driving cut in front of her as she's about to turn into our driveway. Very dangerous. And I was like, yeah, give me the keys. And I chased down this car and like I pulled up to it at a red light and I was like, roll down your window. And this little Mexican lady, it's like, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but please be careful when you're driving.
You went up to her full aggro.
Yeah.
What did you call yourself when you confronted that guy? That was the
maniac
dog
number
bit.
one.
Yeah, maniac number one, dude.
Yeah, it was another being bad moment.
Oh, dude, that's a fun one. Is that the name of that episode? If you guys go back and watch, I forget who was on it, Gardini or something, but there was an episode of Dad Meat where Mike, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch that. Mike confronted somebody whose dog bit his daughter, and you just let this dude have. I wish I still had the video on my computer. You were
dude, it was just such an insane circumstance, and I want to avoid that shit because I know, especially down here, because everybody's got a fucking gun.
Oh yeah,
and it's like you really want to be mindful of who you speak to, and like like that. I didn't feel as though I could let that slide just because it was my daughter, but the shit with my wife, I should have let that slide because that can go downhill really quickly. And by and large, like I want to try to avoid those things because I'm fucking 47 now. I probably got 30 years left, so I want to make the most of it and. Yeah. I want to get more horny and homesick tattoos than my wife, and it's like I don't want to end up bleeding on a fucking scorching hot street in Texas.
Yeah. Have you had any like when keeping it real goes wrong moments in your life? Like like when you could have just walked away, but you chose to keep it real.
I've been lucky, man. There haven't been many that I've instigated. Any that I have, I've been lucky that they worked out well. Like I fought one of my friends one time. Just because he was being a jerk off to my wife, and you can't let that stand.
Yeah.
So, by and large, like I do kind of feel justified most times. Like I kind of, hit the gas a little bit on these confrontations, but I also know that it's best to avoid them because now, especially when I'm older, if I fight somebody who's even remotely capable at 23, I'm going to get my head caved in.
Yeah. I don't like, was hanging out with Mason the other night, and he decided that he was gonna tried to drink once in a while and drank on his birthday. You know what I mean? And he got drunk and he wanted to wrestle because he's like, I've been in the gym. I feel so strong. I want to wrestle.
He does look strong.
He is strong, but he's also clunky and he has no gas tank at all. And he, and I did jujitsu for 6 months, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? So I retain a little bit of stuff when friends want to wrestle. And I don't really like the play roughhousing because I don't do friendly competition stuff. I don't even with video games or whatever, people start because when I start winning, nobody's having fun. Yeah, and it's like okay, cool. And it's like when you start grabbing me and wrestling me, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna neutralize. And dude, look at this bruise on my arm that he gave me. He gave me like a scratch bruise from like Dick grabbing my arms.
I was just gonna ask. It looks like he bit you.
Yeah, it does kind of look like he bit me, but it's. No, I don't know if they can see that or not. But
I was gonna say turn towards us a little bit more.
It's like a scratch. It's like a scratch bruise that he gave me. It's pretty gnarly.
There it is.
Dude, for that reason, I never liked roughhousing with people, especially like as you're getting like fucking 17, 18, and 19, because that's when guys want to roughhouse the most. It's always going to get to a point where it doesn't need to be. Nobody's ever just like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and it always, the other night when we were wrestling and stuff after the bars, he was like, I kept going, no, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I'm done. And he was like, come here. And at one point, I'm sitting in one of his chairs in his tiny apartment, and he's pushing me like back, you know what I mean? And he's pushing me. He shattered his window because he pushed the corner of the chair into the window. And then the next morning he goes, dude, the window, you need to help me fix it. We were roughhousing. And I was like, I was saying no in the chair. And he was like, you're right. I actually have a video queued up I want to show you from the other night because I don't know if you saw this on my story, but show the picture first. So I was making fun of Mason because he loves these like stupid tracksuit things. And he was wearing what I call the Oshkosh Bagosh.
Oh, I saw that one before.
Yeah, he pulled out the big guns for his birthday dinner, and we went to Fogo de Chao, and he was being absolutely just out of control. There was a baby like screaming and crying, and he leaned into me and he goes, I'll fucking punch that baby right in the face. Yeah. I was like, Mason, we are at Fogo de Chao. Can you calm down? And and so he's I mean, it's so tight. It's such a tight little tracksuit that he's wearing. And then we get back to the bar, and he's back from the bars, and he's hot. This is kind of right before wrestling here. And he was trying to get it off, and it's just we love Mason here, you know what I mean? And I thought you would enjoy this. This is a great moment. He didn't know I was filming it. Oh, hang on, pause it, Kyle. Hit the Bluetooth symbol up in the top corner there, and hit the Rodecaster Pro 2 down there. Give it a minute to kind of connect here,
bro. The reveal of the Slipknot tattoo really ties this all.
Oh
together.
Yeah, it's great, dude. He's up there for shitty tattoos.
Yeah, he wears them well.
You guys both got some good ones on you.
Yeah, man.
You have the corn one. He has the Slipknot one. You guys were meant to be.
We bonded over this before.
There you go. He's Bluetooth slider up. Yeah.
Keep going. Keep trying. You almost got it. So close.
Listen to the noises.
Close. Oh, so close. Here, take a deep breath. Give it one more try. You almost got it. You're past the nipples. Don't pull it down. You almost got it.
This is good coaching, by the way.
Thanks.
You almost got it. You almost got 3,
He's
2,
so
1.
close.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Almost got it off. You're so close. You almost
It's falling
got
off
it.
the bed.
Oh,
Taylor, you would make a good mom.
oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Look at him celebrate.
How's that feel? You did it all by yourself.
Because he was asking us for help.
That feel good? You good? That feel good? You comfy? Whoa, whoa.
All right, the shorts were a lot easier than the shirt, man.
Oh, but that was just, I don't know. I just wanted to just share that with you. I thought you'd appreciate that. It was good.
Yeah, I always love to see Mason get out of those outfits, man. He looks like Wolverine's Wigger son.
Oh, you're a tier 1 wig.
Yeah, man.
You're an OG tier 1 wig, right?
I had a really strong wig phase, and I don't think it's ever truly left me. That's how I know how deeply embedded it is, because there's always elements where it's like I went to the mall yesterday, and I went to fucking one of those wigger clothier stores, and I bought a pair
like a Gen X or whatever it's
yeah,
called. Or...
and I bought a pair of denim shorts, and
recently.
Yesterday. Because I wanted a pair of denim shorts for a while, and they were like $40. I was like, oh, they're pretty nice for $40.
The long Dickies
they're
denims.
like down to here.
Oh my god!
And I passed it. I didn't go in, but I passed by lids. I was like, dude, a fresh fitted hat would look so cool with these right now. I didn't pull the trigger, but the reason why I went in that store initially is because the week prior I went in there, and they had these Jurassic Park Nikes that look so cool. And I think
I saw those.
I was debating, and I was like, I don't know if I should get them, because that's like a full on wigger commitment. But I thought about them all fucking week, so I went back to the store to get the Jurassic Park shoes, and they weren't there the second time around.
It wasn't meant to be.
No. Yeah, look at those bad boys.
So...
Yeah, they're nasty, man.
Dude, those are sick.
Those are the kind you get buried in.
Yeah, those with some the long white socks and the long shorts, and maybe like a wife beater,
especially in summertime, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I would get the green ones are the ones I wanted, but the black ones look pretty cool too.
You should go full wig more often, I think.
I enjoyed it.
Just to get back to your true self every once in a while, because you're rocking like the kind of like the athletic dad thing pretty well. But we know that wig is inside of you.
I know it's two wolves, and neither one of them are allowed to see their kids anymore, man. I would love to. I think this is going to be the summer, because the new book I got coming out is called Wigger Bible, and it's all about all things wigger. It's just anything and everything you ever wanted to know about wiggers, I'm including in this book.
That's incredible.
Now, part of it is I feel more of a compulsion than ever to engage in wigger-like behavior, and there was
kind of like Jane Goodall yourself for your research.
Yeah. It was it's truly like a Gorillas in the Mist situation, and I've been attracted to it more than ever, and it's really like jarred a lot loose, because when I was a kid, I think I was at my height between 12 through 17 was like my big wigger phase, and I hit it hard too. And 12
that's
was
early wiggerdom.
Well, the reason why it started like that, well, I was like always in the rap, because we had a store near us in that shopping district called Sound of Upper Darby. And they would just blast, like, anytime they get a new record in, they would just blast it. And you would hear it from the street.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Dude, it was very neat. And, like, the owner would, like, let kids, like, chill in there. You could just hang out. You didn't have to buy anything. And even if, dude, at the time, cassette singles were big. So for $1, you could buy a cassette single, even if you didn't have money for a full album. So you would go in there and fuck around. And rare cases you had money, all you needed was $1 to walk out with something. So I was exposed to a lot of rap back then. And the first album I bought was Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy. And I think I got that when I was like fucking like 9 years old. And I just loved it. And I just wanted to be black so bad, man. I wanted it so fucking bad. And it was like something I could never have. But then
you grow up around a lot? You grew up around a lot of black kids, right? Where you're at?
From the next neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a lot of interaction. Anytime the kids from West Philly would come up into Upper Darby, it would be a problem. Like if we were like playing like baseball or something, they would take the bat and they would fuck with us, or playing football, they would just take the ball and just do their own thing with it. So race relations were not good. But I really hit a hard wigger phase summer of 8th grade, because I got graduation money. And I remember going into, I can't remember the name of the store, but it was kind of like Modell's would be now, or almost like a Lids as well, because they sold like, all the cool hats, but then they also sold like jerseys, and at the time starter stuff. Do you remember?
Like a Champ Sports or something like that?
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah.
Sports Authority?
Yeah, like that as well. Yeah. And at the time, the major brand for Wiggers was Starter. And they made all these cool jerseys. And for my graduation present, I asked my Aunt Pat to get me this Starter button-down Pittsburgh Pirates jersey. And it was black with gold pinstripes.
And that just kind of set it off.
Well, not only that, Taylor, but at the time, there was a kids hip-hop group called Crisscross. They were huge right then, and their big song was called Jump. Mm-hmm. And their whole thing was they were like 12-year-old rappers.
Jump.
Yeah. The Mac Dad'll make you jump. And they wore their clothes backwards. So when my aunt promised me this fucking jersey that she ended up getting for me, I made my mom dress me up and like put my jersey on backwards like these kids. Whoa. So I had a gun earring, I had a money sign earring, and then I think I had like a regular fake diamond in the other ear. And then this was the style. This was, instead of athletics though, it was Pittsburgh Pirates. And then I think I had black denim shorts on for the bottoms.
That's hard as fuck, honestly.
Yeah, so that was like the time where I feel like really supercharged. But I did have to have my mom button my shit up in the back like this.
Wait, their pants are backwards too.
I didn't go that far.
It's crazy.
That is nuts, dude. That's a crazy fit.
But I mean, it was effective because like everybody loved them and everybody wanted to be them.
Mm-hmm. Damn. And then they showed, and they stand backwards. Yeah, that actually looks cool.
Yeah, jump was
some
fucking
shit that
massive.
People would do nowadays, probably.
Yeah, I think that was summer of '92.
Bring it
where
back,
Jump
dude.
was big.
Bring the backward shit back, dude. Were the black kids receptive to your? Were they accepting of your wiggerdom, or did they?
Not really, man.
They didn't like it.
Mm-mm.
They saw it as appropriation before there was a word for it.
Yeah, it was really just not even registering on their radar.
Yeah,
like I've never been cool, and it's like I've tried to be cool for so long, especially when I was younger, man, and it just never registered on any black radar. I don't know, maybe black radar doesn't work like ours, but it didn't seem like it registered at all.
It's just a smoke detector beep.
Yeah, your submarine needs new batteries.
Yeah. I think we have it. I don't know. We have some stuff on the soundboard. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Oh, that rules, dude.
Have you ever infiltrated black culture?
There was a while there. So I just didn't know how to dress myself. Mm-hmm. And my best friend is like a fresh Mexican dude. Mm-hmm. And he's really dark Mexican dude, like almost black. Mm-hmm. And he basically one day he was like, I'm gonna help you out. Like mm-hmm. you dress terrible. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it was because when I was growing up, I was like a scene kid. I was like a metal kid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in a very white neighborhood, very white school. We had like maybe 5 black kids in our school, mm-hmm. in our class of a couple hundred kids. And
basketball team?
Not really. Mm-hmm. Girls basketball, guys basketball. Yeah, we had. I don't know. Yeah, we had a. Yeah, it was. I basically just didn't know how to dress myself, and then I lost my virginity at 16, and then it was like a really bad relationship, and
mm-hmm.
she ruined my life or whatever, and made me start drinking and all, got me into trouble and shit, and then and I had to go to therapy to like mm-hmm. get my mom my parents sent me away to like a brat camp thing to get away from this chick right before I turned 18, and I've talked about it before on here, but they basically like Husker Dude me, and they were like, "We're gonna go on a hike," and I was like, "Whatever." And they took me to this thing, and they were like, "You must be Taylor. Like, we're gonna have this meeting in this thing." And then and then I figured out that I was gonna be gone for a while, and I was
mm-hmm.
like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And it ended up being like the best experience ever. Like I
nice.
took it by the horns and just made it work for me. It changed my life. It was incredible. But I think about it all the time, and I'd be fucked right now if I didn't go do that. But after I got back from that 4-year dry spell of pussy, just jerking it and playing video games, mm-hmm. and it was hard to get pussy when you live at your parents' house mm-hmm. still until you're like 23, mm-hmm. and you live in the bedroom that has flower wallpaper. It's hard to fuck girls when you have flower wallpaper on the walls, mm-hmm. and you're just kind of been playing Halo in there, and it
mm-hmm.
stinks. You know what I mean? And you don't know how to dress. Mm-hmm. And so my buddy's like, "We're gonna go to the mall. We're gonna fix you." You know what I mean? So I buzzed my hair all the way short. This is as close as I ever got to wig territory. I buzzed my hair super short. And and I went to Claire's and got my ears pierced, and I got the little diamond rocks in my ears, and I was wearing Diamond Supply shirts. I was like skater wig. Yeah, that was Azumi's wig.
That's a good one. That's a nice variation.
Hybrid. Yeah, it was a hybrid.
Yeah, that was me all through high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Diamond Supply and Crew and all that shit. Just sagging my pants so low.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Empire denims.
Dude, that's one of like the last iterations of Wigger that I was like truly aware of. Now that like I'm writing the book, it's like there's so many new iterations, like NBA Youngboy Wigger, Chief Keef Wigger.
There's not enough information. I'm glad you're doing this because there's not enough information about it online. If you Google it, you can't even really find a bunch of images. You can't find anything good.
Yeah,
like we've tried.
Dude, this is going to be my fucking infinite jest. I'm telling you, like this is like if I leave one mark on this world, it will be for people to have a full, I don't know, a full breadth of what everything that encapsulates what a wigger is.
Yeah. How did you get into like writing stuff? Like because you do so much cool stuff, and I want the people to know here that are just check. There might be a few people that check this out that haven't heard your stuff yet. But not only do you do like a bunch of you have like 5 different podcasts that you do, and then you do all this cool stuff on your Patreon, and you write books and make card games and shit, and it's like you're just full of like ideas.
I like.
I'm like, where did this start? Where did it come from? Where you're like, I'm gonna write books and I'm gonna do card games and I'm gonna do shit like that.
Dude, honestly, painkillers. Like getting into painkillers, like removed every self-imposed barrier I ever had.
Yeah,
because once I got fucking whacked on perks, I was just like, dude, I want to write a book.
Yeah, and
like that thing that would normally say, dude, what are you even thinking about? You're not gonna write a fucking book. That was just gone because I was just always under the influence of fucking. Of painkillers, and that was like the one big benefit of being whacked on them is that it removed that thing. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a book, and within a few months, like I wrote my first book, and then I ended up writing my second one on pills too. And once I got the ball rolling with that, it was just like, all right, well, if I want to make something, I'm just gonna make it. And it was kind of at the time I was kind of fortunate that this worked out this way, but like hardly anybody bought them. And they completely ate shit in my eyes. But at the same time, it was just like, all right, well, I like doing that, even though nobody fucking, it wasn't like...
It was a good outlet for you.
It really was.
It was like journaling or something in a way, right?
It was.
Like sharing it with people.
It wasn't like financially advantageous at that time. I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing it. But then as it progressed into... I started writing a parenting blog in 2014, and that got like pretty big pretty quickly. That was the first time we ever got like people actually like my writing.
Yeah.
And like that kind of fueled that fire. And anytime since then, anytime I have an idea for like a podcast, a fucking book, or even something like the card game idea, it's like, all right, I'm going to make it, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, you're very just do it about stuff, which is cool.
There's nothing like I don't pull the trigger on. It's like, which for better or for worse, because there's projects where like I'll start and then I'm just like, all right, I just don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. And I can get that could be frustrating to people who might like that certain thing where I'm just like, all right, I don't feel like doing this anymore. But, it's the way that I operate. And by and large, like if I start something, especially if it's a book, I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good way to be. But right before you started recording at your house and stopped using the studio, you were talking about doing doing men's meetups.
Oh yeah,
and you went to one that was at like a park, like some hike thing, right? And it was kind of awkward. Yeah. I wanted to check in with you about your men's meetups because I noticed you were still kind of doing something like that, right? Or you're starting to put them on now.
Well, yeah.
You're hosting them now? How are those going?
Pretty good, man. So on one of my Patreon for my podcast, Getting Some Head, I started like a Zoom meetup. And the purpose was, it's like, the first one I started was a goals meeting because there were very few people who, when I started like doing creative things where I felt comfortable enough to talk about those ideas and talk about like, all right, how can I build off of this? Because most of my friends would just call me gay. So I was like, all right, I want to provide like an outlet for people who just want to do cool shit or shit that they've just, don't feel comfortable enough speaking about that specific thing around with their current friend group or whatever. Yeah. So I just wanted to provide that kind of outlet.
Like if you want to get into furry culture or something.
Yeah, like this is the group for it, man. Like you're going to be met with like open furry arms. But I wanted to do that for that, and I started that, but then I started a men's group where we just talk about guy shit. And it's very cool. Like it's like people come in there, they talk about real things, and it's like I love genuine conversation. So that's been really good.
You do podcasts with like for getting some head, don't you? Do podcasts with just like average, like random, like everyday people?
Yeah,
that just a guy that works at a place or whatever.
I just like talking to people, and if somebody interests me, like I think, all right, if anybody listens to this, they'll probably find value in that too,
right?
Because I think everybody's got an interesting story. And I think oftentimes they just need somebody to pull it out of them. Because how often do you just like, are you sitting at a bar and you hear a guy say something and you're just like, what the fuck did you just say? And it's like most people have have had spectacular moments in their lives, even though they just go on to just, all right, I'm just going to work, take care of my family, and that's that. But they kind of forget about like
they've done a bunch
all
of
the
crazy
interesting shit that's happened to them in their lives. And I don't know. I just think everybody has that, and I like talking to as many people as I can.
There's a lot of people that no one's asking for their story, but they got one to tell.
Yeah, and that's what, especially like with older people, man. That's been one of the cooler aspects of getting to do like the kind of shit that I'm doing. Is I've talked to a lot of elderly people in the past year just to extract certain things about their lives. And this one family I talked to like this guy's dad and two of his uncles. And all three of them are like the most interesting guys. They were all born in South Africa, and they took to sailing, and they learned how to do all the shit on their own. And then they just became hired guns, and they would just travel around the world, just having all these crazy adventures, and just people would hire them to take a boat from here to there. And along the way, you're meeting new interesting people. You're having these crazy experiences, going to places you've never been. And these are guys who are just retired and would just otherwise just spend the day just hanging out and doing their thing. But like those are stories that are worth getting out.
Oh, for sure.
And those are the kind of people like I want to talk to.
Haven't you done podcasts for people too with that like if they just want like their dad is getting old or something, and they just want their dad to tell their story to somebody, so that they have it documented.
Yeah, and
that's like the coolest shit ever. And I want you to do that with my dad. That would be cool.
I would absolutely do that, because like to me, that's the kind of shit that there's meaning. There's times where I do things where I just want to fuck around with my buddies, and then there's other times where that's going to have meaning for somebody when that person's no longer there.
Yeah.
So to be able to hear a version of themselves, and you see like when people start to relive these moments in their lives, they get excited retelling it because they're living it all over again. And like getting to see somebody come alive again, somebody who was just like, yeah, I'll do it because my son asked me to do it.
Right.
But as they're telling it, they're getting excited about this all over again, and they're thinking about like different details that they might not have thought about in a long time,
or stuff that they wouldn't necessarily share in the same way with their family or their kids. Yeah.
Yeah. And once people get comfortable, the floodgates open.
Yeah.
And you hear these incredible stories that people have had where they've just kind of, they did that, and then they picked a career, they went with it, and then they retire, and then they just do what they want to do.
Yeah. That's cool as fuck. What's one of the coolest ones that you can remember that stands out? Some like just kind of a random podcast that you did like that with like a non-comedian or whatever.
There was I interviewed one of the guys from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A guy named Alan Danziger. And I just, every now and again, if I think of somebody interesting, I'll just hit them up. If they respond, they respond, and we'll get it going from there. If they don't, they don't. It's, I know by and large I'm probably going to get ignored.
Yeah.
But I messaged Alan Danziger, and he called me back like the next day. Like, I checked I saw I had a new voicemail, and it was from an Austin number. I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't know anybody down here yet. And it was Alan Danziger, and he's just like, Mike, it's Alan. He's like, let's do the interview sometime. And I was like, oh my God. And I went and I picked him up, and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre had such a formative impact upon me, and it still scares me. If you put it on right now, the
original one,
it would still spook me.
It's creepy with him dancing.
So fucking good. It's like they had no budget, but they made one of the most iconic movies of all time. And all these people, they just did it because they wanted to do something cool, and that shit really resonates with me.
Yeah.
And to get to talk to somebody who played, who was one of the stars of the movie, and had all this insight into what was going on, like how often it seemed like it was going to fall apart because they were just running out of money constantly. Like that kind of shit's exciting, and you realize it too. It's like when you're a creative guy. It's like how many times have you put together like a string of shows if you're going out to do like music and you're just like, dude, I don't know how we're going to get from A to B. Like where are we going to sleep tonight?
I don't think anybody's going to show up, but we're going to have fun.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's like to come across people like that who are just like, you know what, we'll figure it out as we go. It might fall to shit, but who knows? We might have a really good time. That's the kind of shit that excites me.
Yeah. Well, that fucking rules, dude. Are we, there's another group, I think, waiting to podcast. Are we at an hour?
We're pretty close.
55.
55.
Let's see here. What else do I want to talk to you about? How's it been recording outside? You guys are doing Dad Meet. You do your podcast outside now. I saw
it's getting hot.
It's getting hot, right? I was wondering what you guys are going to be coming back soon for the summer.
Yeah, we might hit you up for the summertime, man. But
I know Ridley went out there.
Yeah.
He was just sweating buckets, and I was like, "How was Dad Meet?" He was like, "Hot."
Dude, he brought Marvel out, and Marvel's the sweetest dog on the planet, man.
Dude.
R.I.P. Marvel. Yeah. And I was like, Mike, will Marvel like a Busch Light? He's like, I'll probably drink some. Like I poured an entire Busch Light into this bowl, and Marvel was so fucking thirsty he drank the entire beer.
Yeah.
But I do like being outside, man, and it's I just like being home, man. I like my neighborhood. It's quiet. You hear fucking birds. I think every guy that I know, dude, every guy that I know that is around my age right now is into birds.
Big on birds.
Especially down here, man. There's there's so many cool birds. And if you got another hour, I'd like to tell you about the birds I know.
Let's do. We're going to be on the Patreon. No, I am going to get my Patreon going, you guys, eventually here soon, and we'll have you back. We'll do more, but yeah, the bird thing is crazy because it's like you're at what age do you just your back starts going out and then you start liking birds?
Ooh, look at that bad boy.
What was that? Why'd you take it away?
It's not the one I was looking for. But there's something that looks like a hawk around here that's cool as hell. And I was going nuts the other day, and I was like, damn, I'm getting old.
Dude, that's nice. Dude, good pulling that, Kyle.
How do you say that? The
Kakariki?
Kakariki?
That's cool. It's like, imagine, it looks like the Jurassic Park sneaker.
It really does.
It does, dude. The Kakariki ones. Oh, that's awesome,
shit's man. Dude, I really liked getting to talk to you, man, because I miss seeing you on a regular basis. But anytime I'm able to talk to you, I would love to take that opportunity.
Absolutely, bro. I fucking love you, man. I'm so glad you
Likewise,
came through.
homie.
It's like I said, you bring joy into every room you walk into, and you brighten people's days, and I love everything you do, and you're just genuinely curious, fucking awesome guy. So
thank you, brother.
Let people know where they can find you, where they can buy your books, where they can see your stuff. If anybody wants to go check you out,
tonight I'll be at the Adult Megaplex on 535. My wife actually took me there one day. Like I told her every time we were on 35, I was like, dude, I got to go to the Adult Megaplex. And then one day she's like, we're going out on a date and I'm not telling you where. She took me to the Adult Megaplex. I was like, yo, you're fucked up. Don't ever fucking take me to this place again. But aside from that, I do a bunch of fun podcasts. Dad Meet with Butterly, who's one of the funniest guys on the fucking planet. Little Stinkers is my true crime pod. I promise you, it's not Fat Girl True Crime. It's fun.
Fat Girl True Crime.
It's the opposite of Fat Girl True Crime. It is a ton of fun.
How do you classify what is Fat Girl True Crime?
For me, it's like Fat Girl True Crime is like you're listening to some murder harpy put on makeup as she describes like somebody getting their fucking head cut off. It's like I don't want to hear about like the gory details. I just like making fun of fucked up people.
So he cut her body up, and
and they put her nose in the sink. It's just like we'd rather like talk about like what a good employee Jeffrey Dahmer was. Like Jeffrey Dahmer was a really good employee. He was such a good employee that 2 of his supervisors came to his trial to speak on his behalf as a character witness. I'm not making that up, dude. And you can watch it. Like there's footage.
So he cut a couple people up. What gives? Who cares?
He was quiet and he did his job.
He was good with the mop.
He really was, man. But
that's awesome. Yeah, you got to check that out, guys.
And then
Little Stinkers.
Getting some head is where I interview people.
That's kind of your personal like passion project.
Yeah, I love getting some head right? Just because like I just like hearing from people. I like asking people questions and I like learning about people, and getting some head like affords me that ability. And also I get to have my little man groups on getting some head too.
Well, I love you, buddy. I miss you.
Too,
I'm glad that you came through. Thank you so much, and hopefully, a couple new people come your way and come check it out that haven't seen Dad Meet or something yet.
Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you for
man. I love you. I'll see you very soon. And guys, thank you for watching another episode of the Taylor Gorman Show. We'll see you next week.